Hefty's the name, shiny hunting's my game. Gotta catch 'em all, nothing's ever the same. With my trusty football, I'm always on the screen. No shiny can escape, they all come to me. Shiny after shiny, it's never enough. I'm on a quest, and it can get rough. From Pallet down to Johto and beyond, I'm the shiny hunter, the bond is strong. I've got 'em all, every shiny you can name. Kanto region, Johto region, I've conquered the game. Hefty is the king, the one who never quits. Call him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks. I conquered the game. Hefty's the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Dragonic, Mighty Munchkin, John Struckert, Mermaid, Mia. Welcome in, everybody. Again, apologies for the camera. It was either this camera or no camera. We'll determine later on if I made the right decision. But welcome in. Good to see you all. I am not looking forward to this hunt. This is a terrible, miserable, awful, no good hunt. But we got to do it. We got to get 2 more shiny white stripe basculin, and at least one of them has to be a female. So pressure is on. Let's see if we can do it. If we can actually get this done before ZA, I will be the happiest boy ever. So we're just going to make a jumbo sandwich, not an encounter sandwich, because like everything in the pond is already water type, so we don't need more encounters. We just because everything we don't need will be higher encounters as well. But with jumbo, it might actually be easier to tell if they're shiny if they're bigger. So that's what we're hoping for here. Been doing some preparations for a guillotine hunt. Nice. Cold Deep, what's going on? Good to see you. Let me know if I got to turn the volume up on the game. We were talking about this yesterday. For some reason, even though the in-game audio settings are the same, Sword and Shield is just a lot louder than Scarlet Violet. What happened to my camera? Yeah, having camera problems today, so I had to bust out my old camera. I apologize. I know it's not as good of quality, but it was either this or no camera. Cheese, what's going on? Good to see you. The all 99 camcorder. It was supposed to be a good camera. It's a Nexigo. I mean, I think it was still pretty good camera when I got it. You know, 3 years ago. Matt Prokapak, what's going on? Thank you for the 10 jewels. Hope you're doing well, buddy. All right, you have a Harvest Mob with Skill Swap and Pokemon Switcheroo. Nice. Why is my... There we go. All right. I'm going to wait over here, let some things spawn in. We see all those beautiful fish. All right, let's go check it out, see if any of them are shiny. So I'm just going to KO them. I don't want to take the chance. I don't want to take the chance of not recognizing it because it is a very subtle shiny. No new Mega Evo. Yeah, they didn't officially announce one this week. Although they are teasing something with Malamar. So we did for funsies hunt Malamar yesterday. Coming in pretty clear. What, the audio? But what about the game audio is what I'm asking. Is the game audio okay? Anne Marie, good morning. Good to see you. I had to drop by and wish you luck. Lizzie and I are about to head into stadium to run on the field before the game. Sending shine luck your way. Thank you so much, Maddie P. Please give Lizzie my love. Yes, okay, alright. So game audio sounds good. Yeah, it's bizarre because like I literally can't hear it. I cannot hear it. So I'll just take your guys' word for it. Maybe a third stage evolution? That would be interesting. You know, Dragonic, we were just talking yesterday about how I'm going to be disappointed if there's no brand new Pokemon. So if instead of a Mega Malamar, if it's a third stage, that would be pretty crazy. She says, hey, love you too, Hefty. Aw, she's such a sweetie. Alright, let's reset. Big shout outs to Carly May. She sent me some words of encouragement, some recommendations, and even a video in preparation for this hunt. Rare lunar eclipse blood moon about to happen today. Oh, that's cool. Why have we given up on the mega idea, though? Who's given up on the mega idea? What are you talking about? What mega idea? Squirrelbo, what's going on? Happy Sunday. What if we get bamboozled and we get a baby Inkay? That would be crazy. Seems everyone's guessing other things today. Well, I mean, I don't think anyone's given up on it, but there's no confirmation that it's going to be a mega. Is it likely to be a mega? Yeah, but it's not confirmed. I mean, it could be something else. I mean, I made it quite the point yesterday during my 4-hour stream that I never once said that Malamar was getting a Mega Evolution. Ooh, wait, hold on. I want to check those. That one... See, this always throws me off, especially at night, because that one up here, this one looks a little bit lighter, but yeah, it's just a trick. Today was the usual reveal day or something. No, apparently Wednesday. Apparently Wednesday, we're going to get a follow-up. Won't hear about any new unique Pokemon until closer to the release, if there are any. If anything, we'll get more Mega reveals. Yeah, I think that's probably most likely, Cheese. I can't remember. I would have to go back and look. I can't remember if they announced any of the, 7 new Pokemon prior to the game release. If they did, I kind of feel like maybe they announced Cleavor. I don't know why, but whoops, there's another one. Of all of them, I feel like Cleavor maybe was announced. But I'm pretty sure like Basculigen wasn't. I don't think Sneasler was. The other one. Love child of Thomas Magnum and one of Charlie's Angels. Oh my goodness. Good morning, old Nintendo dude. Hope you're doing well. Don't even remember if they did. Yeah, I can't remember. I do remember it was either the day before or the day of the release. They officially announced the regional evolutions of the starters. They revealed Hisuian Growlithe. Okay. Good morning, Amber. I don't know what that is, Cheese. Slowpoke, what's going on? Sneasler's so bad. Yeah, it definitely wasn't a popular one. Silver Fox, good morning. Alright, we out? Yeah, we out. You ever watch Only Murders in the Building? I watched the first couple episodes. It didn't grab me. I tried it. It just, it wasn't for me. Well, I just despawned one. That's disappointing. Only saw Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness last night. You have a question? What's your question, Anne-Marie? Did I watch High School Musical? No. Steve Martin's character played the detective show he started. Okay. So he starred in a detective show in the show? Is that what it is? So American entries anywhere else or just in the beginning of the movie? Movie-wise, just in that. There's no other TV show or movie that had America in it. Comics-wise, America is a newer character. First showing up, I want to say like 2005? And they've tried a few times to make America happen, and it just has not worked out. No, you weren't missing anything. Steve Martin and Martin Short are a hilarious comedic duo. They are good. They are good. I really liked the two of them in Three Amigos and Father of the Bride. In fact, we were just talking about Father of the Bride, what, was it last weekend, Cheese? And I was talking about, like, Martin Short's character. Talking with Steve Martin's, like, the only thing I remember about that movie. That was the only jarring part of the movie? Gotcha. I don't like this. I keep despawning Basculins. I don't like that. Frank, not Frank. That's right. Frank. That was really good? Okay, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We just can't make America happen again, I'm telling you. It's just, in the comics, she's just one of those characters, like, they keep trying to force upon the readers. And I'm not saying, like, I don't, like, hate her or anything, but it's like, she's obviously not popular enough to carry her own book, so I don't know why you keep trying. Do you need to watch The Eternals? You don't need to. Well, no, you don't need to. I normally wouldn't say this, but there's a couple of aspects, Anne-Marie, in the Eternals movie that show up later. And I normally wouldn't say this or recommend this, but with the Eternals, I'm going to. If you want to, there's nothing wrong with like getting on YouTube and just watching like a 20-minute recap video of the movie. Like everything you need to know about the Eternals movie. Can you get BASCULIN in this game? You can. Humpty, did you like Eternals? No shade. I didn't. Mike Beauty Day 2. I'm glad you're happy, Shinies. I again did nothing except for turn my computer on and off again. I'm not happy with the camera today though. Since the end of the movie brings that in as the next movie. Not okay. So you're at Anne-Marie. You're at the point in the MCU where the end credit scenes don't lead anywhere. There's a lot of movies from Shang-Chi on that have had post-credit scenes that tease something that nothing has happened with. And Eternals is definitely one of those. In fact, it had 2 post-credit scenes, neither one of which have paid off yet. What's going on? I want to talk it through, LOL. Not now, but yeah, basically when I tried to open the software, it said there's corrupted memory or something and wouldn't open. Effects are really well done. Enjoying it. Think of rewatching it. I will say this. The effects, you're right. The effects are good. And I think they did the Celestials better than they had any business making them. The Celestials were perfect. What a beautiful, beautiful tribute to Jack Kirby. Getting the Celestials on screen, amazingly perfect. My biggest issues were the characterization of some of the cast. I didn't like what they did with some of the Eternals. Happened to you, directory program file, something blah blah does not exist or is it corrupted? Hold on. I hate that you're making me do this right now. I will tell you exactly what it says. It says, attempted to read or write protected memory. This is often indication that other memory is corrupt. That's what it says. The blah blah blahs will get you every time. They really do. Jerry, good morning. Good to see you. Hate the blah blah blahs. So I'm going to apologize again, not just for the quality of the camera, but it happened like right before stream, and I'm a little annoyed right now. Not at anyone here, but just my computer. So I apologize if I seem a little bit annoyed. I'm sure as stream will go on, I will be less annoyed, particularly if we get a shiny. Camo update Gun Rogue, that's what happened to you the other day. It's sort of the reverse of HD news broadcasts. I'll take your word for it. I have no idea what that even means. Reverse of HD news broadcasts. We can be annoyed at Kem, he isn't here. That's true. There is always that. Can you talk spoilers for the Doctor Strange movie? Movie came out, what, 2-3 years ago? Go for it. Go for it. I feel it's well past the spoiler limit. When news broadcasters switched to HD and you were like, ew, oh my gosh, it looks like that. And now you're going back to... Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, so you're talking about the quality of the camera. She sacrificed herself. Yeah. So Wanda, the Wanda that we know is apparently dead. Which is sad. Sure, Shinies, go ahead. What's up? Uncle 30, thank you so much. Thank you for that, Shinies. That's very helpful. Did we get it yet? Not yet. Resembles an Olsen twin a bit, not gonna lie. Well, that would make sense. You think my game music is off? I was told the game music is perfectly fine. I was told earlier that the audio on the game is perfectly fine when I asked how the audio on the game was. Old joke. What's going on, 8-Bit Emerald? Alright, I'll turn up the audio some more. Wait a second. I just thought of something. This is Scarlet, not Violet. Background music at 0. I know what you meant, Shinies. But thank you. Thank you for letting me know 20 minutes into the stream that there was no game music. Okay, I need to reset. Not the game. I need to reset me. Kitakami theme is so relaxing. Good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is. I can't hear the game audio on this one. I can on Sword and Shield, but I can't on Scarlet Violet. What's going on at Bill's PC? Tell him that I hope he's doing well, and I hope that that you are not treating him too badly. You watched Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene. I've never heard of that. Shiny is slacking as an executive producer for you. No, no, he's not. I'm being unnecessarily sarcastic to Nick, but I actually appreciate everything he's doing. There's a hunt similar to Wimpod and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon you can do during football. What? What hunt? What hunt is similar to Wimpod? Me sarcastic? Never. I've never once been sarcastic towards anyone. That was the first film. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Oh, is there? Is there a hunt similar to Wimpod? Sorry, I just pulled a chem there. Completely read the message backwards. Like on Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon? Like, give me, like, is that the game that we're talking about, Shinies? Or are you talking about just like any game? Loops, what's going on? Good to see you. Yes. It's helpful. That was helpful. You got a shiny Dynamax Kabuto and Pogo from the research. Congratulations, Anne-Marie. Dang it. Stupid Choodle. There's another one. Alright, hold on. I'm going to knock out the Quagsire here. And, no, don't. Dang it. I didn't want to knock out that Basculin. I want to look at, yeah, Sharpedo probably in Sword and Shield. I mean, if we're talking about any game, Sharpedo is pretty much the same deal. Good call, Jerry. I'm still not sure which game we're talking about. You think they admit to modeling the Megan doll after her? Interesting. You think you meant anything similar to that hunt? Well, I said, like, are we talking Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, or are we talking, like, any game? And he said yes. Dang it. Guess we'll find out in 20 minutes. That's right. Okay, here we go. There's two Basculin there. This is a shiny Basculin. So this is the difference that we're looking for. Go over there. So it is like a more vibrant green. It's still very subtle. Yeah, it's brighter. The problem, dang it, the problem is, particularly once it gets daytime, there's a lot of shadows in this area. And so, like, if it's in the shadow, it will obviously appear darker than if it's not in the shadows. So just by doing that, you'll see a lot of Basculin that look brighter. Oh my gosh. This game is all for shiny hunting. It really is. I mean, if it wasn't for shiny hunting, I would actually be very impressed with what they did with the lighting. I think the shading in this game, and how they use lighting to change the the tone or the hue of the Pokemon is actually really impressive. But when you're a shiny hunter, it's terrible. Yeah, the Basket Legion shinies are awesome and very obvious to tell. Unfortunately, there's no wild Basket Legion in this game. I wish there was. If there was wild Basket Legion in this game, we'd be golden. Alley Cat, what's going on? Good luck on my fishing trip. Thank you very much. Rendleson, what's going on? Good to see you as well. Dang it, I keep hitting the wrong button. Oh, let's just take it out here. So yeah, you can evolve White Stripe Basculin into Basket Legion in this game. It doesn't have to be in Legends Arceus. You just have to use Wave Crash. Actually, I don't even think it has to be Wave Crash. That's just one of the moves. You need to take a certain amount of recoil damage without being KO'd. I can't remember the amount, but basically, like, you're gonna have to like use like, you know, you're probably gonna have to go through like 2 health bars, probably. Sounds finicky. Tis. Yeah, the trick is just make sure you, like, while you're doing the recoil damage, make sure you got plenty of potions or what have you. Make sure you don't get KO'd. And it doesn't have to be in one battle. Like, it can be over multiple battles. You just have to take X amount of recoil damage without being KO'd. Alright, let's... I'm surprised we have... I mean, honestly, I haven't been paying too much attention to anything other than the Basculin, but I'm surprised we haven't seen any other shinies yet either. Natasha, what's going on? Happy Sunday afternoon. Hope you're doing well. There's probably been shinies up in the grass all around us. I just haven't seen them. So, I've never been able to get a White Stripe Basculin Outbreak. I do know a couple people that have, and I'm insanely jealous. But I feel like because of how subtle the shiny is, I would want to KO them anyway, which would make the Outbreak kind of stinky. Either that, or I'm just saying that to cope with the fact that I've never been able to get an Outbreak. I'm not sure how much longer we got on the sandwich. Let's check that. Oops. 5 minutes left on the first sandwich. I have a feeling we're going to phase on something here very soon. Because we're seeing a lot of water-type Pokemon, and we haven't seen any shinies yet. At least I don't think we have. But yeah, I'm using a Jumbo Sandwich instead of an Encounter Sandwich. If I use an Encounter Sandwich, what's going to happen is not only are we going to get a lot more Dreadnoughts, Loopers, and stuff like that, we're also going to get a whole bunch of, like, Lotads in the grass. And that ain't going to help anybody. Shiny Choodle, I could definitely see that. I feel like Shiny Basculin's one of those that I'm like, I question every one that I see, but when it finally does show up, I'm going to notice it right away. Stayed up super late celebrating your birthday. How you doing? That's right. Natasha, yesterday was your birthday. Happy belated birthday. I hope it was a good one. Apparently it was. Chat, can we get a happy birthday to Natasha, please? Play Chili Dog. That's the wrong channel. You're thinking of a different channel. It was a great birthday, thank you. Awesome. Love to hear it. Thank you, Dragonic. Natasha, on this day, technically yesterday, the universe said, I choose you and we're forever grateful. Happy birthday, Natasha. So did you just get up, Natasha? Was it one of those birthday nights? One of those, I'm going to sleep in till 2 in the afternoon on a Sunday type of nights? Ugh, I just got a headache just imagining that. Sleepy Sunday. Do like a good old Sleepy Sunday. I took a couple of unscheduled dozes on the couch yesterday, which is pretty nice. Those are my favorite. Where I'm just like laying on the couch watching something on TV, and next thing I know, it's like 45 minutes later. And I'm like, what's going on? It's like time travel. You ever think about how sleeping or like being unconscious is kind of like time travel? It goes in one direction. You can't go backwards, but you can kind of skip ahead. You ever think that? I do. All the darn time. It's hilarious I say that. Tell me I'm wrong, though. Like, if time is observed only by your consciousness, and you fall asleep or pass out or get knocked out or go under anesthesia, and you come to, like, you know, hours later, didn't you, in a way, just time travel? I went to bed around 4 and set your alarm for 10, but instead of snoozing, it turned off, then woke up in a panic at 12. Oh my goodness. You always say to yourself time to time travel when you take a nap? I'm telling you. Currently getting your face painted. By whom and what? You let the Matrix make the decisions for you? There you go. Yeah, sandwich is done. Okay. No shiny on the first sandwich. Let's start again. You're actually Wanda from WandaVision, so you can time travel forever? Or whenever? Nice. Miles? What is Miles face painting on you? On your face? What is he face painting on your face? Can make your own reality. That's right. Feels like you're skipping ahead to the next thing you have to do. Exactly. Happy Sunday to you too, Red Eye Jedi. Hope you're doing well. Okay, it's daytime. Ooh, we already got a couple of Basculins. Just go ahead and check them. So you'll see here, like at some point during this half hour, you'll see like there'll be some in the shadows here, and they'll look a lot darker than the ones that are not in the shadows, even though they're not shiny. Some sort of setting. He has dirt. The sky is sunny. He just added a cloud. One cloud. Just one lone cloud. Another sneak peek event from in Pocket where all the good cards disappear from Wonder Pick. Oh, I'm sorry, Anne-Marie. Shadow Wolfman, what's going on? Good to see you. Okay, that's all the Basculin. Let's make our sandwich now. Just chilling, nice. All right, cucumber, salt, 2 spices. Also, I am doing this on the Switch, not the Switch 2. I was going to do it on the Switch 2 this morning, but I did a little bit of a test, and with the increased spawn radius, I was actually getting a lot less spawns, or I should say a lot fewer spawns. Sorry, Kim. I was actually getting a lot fewer spawns in the pond. There was only like a couple of spawns in the pond. Everything else was in the grass around it. So I made a last minute decision to switch over to the old Switch, Switch OLED. There's a meme for the Wonder Pick sneak peek event where they all disappear. That's crazy. Yeah, Humpty, I saw that. I did pick up some of those hourglasses this morning. So instead of opening up 2 packs, we're going to be opening up 4 packs, I believe. We'll be doing that probably in about 45 minutes. When are you publishing your memoirs about the time in the Seals? What are you talking about? What? Time in the Seals? I think you've heard some incorrect stories about me, old Nintendo dude. You pulled the shiny Mew yesterday. Congratulations. Beautiful card. You're a floating island. You're an island in the sky. Islands in the stream. That is what we are. Seal, the Pokemon is spelled with 2 E's. That is correct information. You're hyping hefty lore. I wish I was an exciting person. Now see, this one looks a lot brighter than that one that we just saw in the shadows, but it's not shiny. The accountant from the films. Except it's actually just about an accountant. Maybe I should have been an accountant. You're very exciting. Some would say spicy. Some would say spicy. All right, no more Basculin. So we've got 1 stinker sandwich so far. I'm expecting us to at least phase on this one. The real scary thing is going to be when we do find the shiny Basculin, the wait to see if it's a female. That's going to be nerve-wracking. I do have one shiny white stripe Basculin, but it's a male. I need 2 more, and I need at least one of them to be female. That way I can get the male and female Basculegion. If we do get the female on the first one, then we're golden. It does not matter what the third one is. It won't matter if the third one's a male or a female. It can be either one, and we'll be okay. But we do need a female. Female is a better shiny, I believe. I can't remember which is which. Ben Stiller's movie Along Came Polly is based off of me. That's a little hurtful, but also hilarious. Also, I realized today when I signed up for this hunt, I don't have any of the Legend Arceus Pokemon as gifts for the overlay. So I just grabbed like a PNG. I don't have any overlay gifts. Yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman was a good actor. Ben Stiller did a terrible job being me. You are on something today, OND. You are definitely on something. All right. No more Basculin. Nope, there's a Basculin. Not shiny though, I don't think. Nope, not shiny. Master of Characters. This is a preposterous claim. Yeah, I like some Ben Stiller movies. I feel like Ben Stiller is, actor-wise, kind of reminds me of Adam Sandler. I really, really, really liked the early stuff. But later on in the career, I have less interest. Why they make fish Pokemon shiny so ugly? That's a good question. Probably because fish are ugly, just in general. Has anyone ever seen a good-looking fish? I haven't. Meet the Parents. Yeah, Meet the Parents was a good one. Yeah, Dodgeball was good. Nemo? That's true. Nemo was cute. I'll give you that. Clownfish are cute. And Bruxish. Which is kind of a clownfish, isn't it? I like Bruxish, and I like Bruxish's shiny. Which Pokemon do I most relate with? That's a good question. I mean, it's kind of a basic answer, but I gotta say Snorlax, right? I mean, tell me Snorlax is not living the life we all dream of. I mean, I wish I could say I relate to Poliwhirl, but I feel like Poliwhirl is such an enigma. So that's why I'm so fascinated by him. Never know what Poliwhirl's thinking. Quillfish isn't bad. Quillfish is pretty good. Yeah, it's basic. I gotta go Snorlax. I would love to live a life where I just like sleep whenever I want, and then I wake up and just eat a whole bunch of food and go back to sleep. That's all I want in life. They reveal a new Mega? They did not. They did not, James. This is just something I need to do for my my Shiny Living Dex. I need to get both male and female Basculegion in Premier Balls. So I'm hunting for the White Stripe Basculin. I already have one male White Stripe Basculin, so I need to get at least one female. If we get a female, then the third one I find, it doesn't matter if it's male or female, which it will be the awesomest thing ever. But there's a 50-50 chance of that happening. I wouldn't eat thorns? Probably not. That doesn't sound like me. James, we did yesterday hunt Malamar, though, because of the Malamar video that Pokemon released on Thursday. Don't know why they released that video on Thursday. I guess we won't find out for certain until this upcoming Wednesday. But I figured, let's jump on a little bit of the hype train. I don't typically get a chance to do that. We were in between hunts. They released a Malamar video, so I thought, why not take advantage and hunt for Malamar? Unfortunately, YouTube was incredibly kind to me last weekend, so they decided to not be kind to me this weekend. But that's okay. You have to split. All right, old Nintendo dude, have a great rest of your day, buddy. Thank you for being here. Ooh, Kelsey's playing Hollow Knight. So, I know Mermaid Mia picked up Hollow Knight and Silksong. Anybody else been playing either or this weekend? What do you eyeball in Dragonic? Here it's a big game. Yeah, I don't know anything about Silksong, but I'll definitely say that Hollow Knight, from what I've played so far, is definitely worth the money. I still think I'm kind of towards the beginning, and I feel like it's a pretty big game already. You might jump back into it. I might do that as well. I might even start over. It's been a while, and I feel like I'm at the point where if I jump in without remembering the controls, I thought that one might have been shiny. It's going to be a rough acclimation period, so I might just start over. I don't think I was far enough in that I'm going to lose all that much progress. I think I beat like the first two bosses, but part of that also is like not being familiar with the game at all. So I'm sure I could probably get back to where I currently am, probably within a day or so. Jerry, you started last night, or restarted. Nice. This is another one of those hunts I've been doing off and on in my own time for well over a year. Just like the female Torchic hunt. That went really well for us. After not having great luck offline, we were able to get the other 2 female Torchics I needed on stream last weekend. So I'm hoping some of that luck will rub off for this Basculin. But like, look here. Look at the difference between the ones in the shadow and the ones not in the shadow. It's such a huge difference that it makes these ones, by comparison, look like they must be shiny. But neither one was. That's why I hate this hunt so much. But when I did get the one that I got, I did notice it. Yeah, it's big butt poo. Oh, there's more. Fact. Oh, I don't have it in here. Let's. Where is that? There it is. Let's throw it back in here. I want to see what it looks like in the shadow versus the not shadow. All right, so this is a female, or this is a shiny Basculin. So that's the shiny Basculin in the shadows. This is the shiny Basculin not in the shadows. It actually doesn't look like it changes that much. Does it? I can't tell. Oops. First time playing it, it's pretty fun. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Dang it, I just ran into it again. Cito, good morning. Love a good Metroidvania. I do enjoy that as well. So that's shiny. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be a rough one. That's for certain. Don't. Okay, there we go. But yeah, it looks like it doesn't. It doesn't appear as dark in the shadows. So I kind of almost feel like the best way that we're gonna have to notice it is if it is in the shadow. All right. You're at 160 soft resets for Giratina. I hope you get it quickly, Dragonic. You deserve it. Now it's like most of the pond is in shadow. Dang it, the freaking Choodles. That's another thing. The fact that so many Pokemon in this pond are aggressive and they'll come at you. Also, background music's off again. Just realized that. Man, this is just a crap show of a stream today. I had no music for 20 minutes. Okay, let's reset. The guy running this platform, I and many YouTubers aren't a big fan of. He's doing a bad job. What, YouTube? I just mean I mean, well, there's two things going on. YouTube is not happy with me right now for some reason. I don't know what I did. Also, separate from YouTube entirely is this stream is just, this isn't my best stream. There's a lot of technical issues going on with this stream today. From the camera to the audio, not to the lighting, not the best stream. But I guess if you are gonna have a crappy stream like this, technically crappy, it is best to have it when YouTube's not sending anybody to watch you. I'm glad you're happy, Jerry. That's all that matters to me. Come stream on Friday was more frustrating. That is one thing I do have going for me. I think in all the years that I've been streaming, I think 2 times, maybe 3, but I think it's 2 times, I've had lag issues. I'm very blessed because honestly, if I had lag issues, I wouldn't know what to do about it other than just freak out. Like, I don't know how to troubleshoot that on the spot. It's all about the content. It is. That's very true. It is all about the content. Ari, what's going on? Good to see you. Happy Sunday. It is all about the content. I just got to figure out what is the correct content. It's a riveting hunt. Like rivets in the brain. Forgot that everyone in the UK was getting an alert on their phone today and gave you a heart attack. Oh my goodness. That would be scary. BASCULIN's a fun shiny. It is. It is. I'm looking forward to having them in Premier Balls. Someday. That is quite the face paint, Amber. That is quite the face paint. That's You know, Amber, if you go out right now with that face paint on, there's a good chance that people might just give you money. They might just like, hand you quarters or dollar bills and say, "Here you go." You can probably get a free meal out of it. Sounds like a good day, right? Free meal? Free meal from the kindness of strangers, just saying, "Oh, bless your heart. Here, get a hot, warm meal." Whew. All right, let's see if we can get this BASCULIN. Transferring files from Google Drive or using AirDrop a lot tends to affect the internal battery. Of what? What are we talking about? I missed something. The iPad? Yeah, I missed something. Internal battery was at 98% at 3 a.m. Now it's at 97%. You don't love that? I'm so confused. I got a feeling like YouTube blocked a message or something. Dr. Fiend, what's going on? Good to see you. Oh, you're just rambling out of nowhere. Okay, yeah, it was bizarre when all of a sudden, like unprompted, there was talks about batteries and Google Drives. I thought I missed something. You like that they also have Jotonian, Whooper, and Quagsire? I do too, Airy. This is Timeless Woods, right? So it's like they purposefully put Pokemon in here that you can only get here and nowhere else, like because they don't belong. I feel like there's something else in here too. I just can't think of. Never thought about that. Yeah, it's like the land that time forgot. I just wish this pond was a lot bigger. Find anything in that world, right? going on, Dylan? Welcome back. The land before time, right? Exactly. All right, we got 2 minutes left on sandwich number 2. We haven't even phased yet, which is crazy. Although, to be fair, we probably have phased, and I just didn't notice. I'm sure something has been shiny, like, around the pond. Get a shinies and eat a bugs. I think you're thinking of a different channel. You know what, Ari? After the sandwich runs out, before we reset the game, we're going to run around Timeless Woods a little bit, because I do have a feeling there's something else besides the Wooper, Quagsire, and the Basculin. I could be wrong. I could be misremembering, but I do feel like there is something else that's only available in this area. Well, I mean, there's lots of stuff that's only available in Kitakami. That was kind of a silly thing to say. But you know what I'm trying to say. Like a form. Like a different form of something that's in the base Paldea. Another potential Mega. Oh, what, Basculin? Alright, we got 6 seconds left. Assuming Pokemon did in fact not go extinct. Yes. This is true. Alright, let's see what we got here. Esper. It's a Grubbin. We got the Phantumps. Another Esper. Grubbin. Oh, Timeless Woods. You think there's another Pokemon with a Mega on the way? Oh, I have no clue. I have no idea about whether or not there'd be another Mega that lives in Timeless Woods. I've been avoiding the leaks and everything, and especially now that, from what I understand, the leaks perfectly called out the Victory Bell, the Dragonite, and the Halucha. I am even less interested in reading any of the leaks. When I mentioned it all of a sudden, what, Megas? When I mentioned Megas? Mewtwo, what's going on? Good to see ya. No, I was saying that in Timeless Woods, like, it has Jotonian Wooper and Quagsire as opposed to the Paldean Wooper, and it's got the White Striped Basculin. So those are like forms of Pokemon that are in the Paldea decks that aren't normally in the game. And I thought there might be a third one, but now I'm not seeing it. All right, let's reset. Well, no, we got to check these. Even though there's not increased odds on these spawns, we have to check them. That's the rule. Dang it. Holy smokes, Patreon. Alright, that one's obviously not shiny. One more to check. Yes, this pond area is the only place in the entire game where white stripe basculin appears. And it's also like one of the hardest outbreaks to get. I've never found an outbreak, and so I'm not bothering trying to get one for this. I'm just doing jumbo sandwiches because there's no need to increase water type spawns, right? Because everything that's in this pond is a water type anyway. So I'm just doing jumbo sandwiches. And then I can just KO them or try to KO them and just wait for the one that it won't KO. That's how I got my first one last year. Okay. All right. Now we're good. Let's reset the game. No, there's no secondary typing. Just water. Kelsey, good morning. How is the Hollow Knight treating you? You got ducked on my channel earlier. When you fired up the old Hollow Knight, it popped up on the screen. Brain randomly played the PLA Shiny sound because it sounds similar when you KO Pokemon in the Outbreak. Yeah, that's true. If it's over level 50, it comes with Final Gambit. Yeah, we'll save if we find it. You were up late last night. My goodness gracious. All right, before we go on to sandwich number 3, let's open up some packs and all that nonsense. Here we go. Oh, yeah, no camera. Hold on. Nope, that's not it. That's what I wanted, and why aren't you showing up? All right, forget it. We'll just do it. We'll just do it regular style. I'm so annoyed right now. All right, we're gonna open up 4 packs. I'm down to, I think, 8 base cards I need from Secluded Springs. Yesterday we did get the gold Mantike card, which is pretty awesome. All right, let's give it a spin for good luck. I'm doing a great job. No, you are, Jerry. Can I turn this light off? Yeah, let's turn that off. Not that it was doing anything. All right, here we go. Slugma. Airy, don't say it. Malamar. Hoppip. Durant. And Boltund. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being nice. But I mean, it's not. I'm like it's just it's factual. It's factual. There's definitely some issues with the strain that are annoying me. Slugma, what a cute slug. All right, you can say that. Okay, here we go. Pack number 2. Miltank. Full art melodic again. Swablu. Swablu. And Jinx. And Azurill. Okay. So nothing from the first 2 packs. Now let's open up the other 2 packs. Space Ghost, what's going on? Good to see you. I come into 5 words, Slugma. Airy, don't say it. What do I not know about Airy and Slugma? Anyways, how are you doing, Hefty? Doing good, lurking, playing. Grounded, Tears of the Kingdom, PLA. Tyler! Airy just, she's got this joke about Slugma that she does sometimes, and I don't like it when she does it. But enjoy the games. I hope you're having a great day. Dwebble. Feebas, there we go. I didn't realize I didn't have a Feebas. That's awesome. That's one new card. Dragalge, Licky Licky, and Jellicent. Oh my gosh, we do need a new light goal. Thank you so much, Dragonic, for the light goal of 36. And Shiny Cornholio, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, Mewtwo, I was thinking the same thing. I don't think I've gotten a 6-pack with anything other than Azurill. All right. 7 cards left. I have 7 cards left in the base set. Ari, you crack me up. Elementary school pizza, the ones that taste so good with those mean old lunch ladies. Yeah, what was it about those that were different? Because you're right, they tasted so different from regular pizzas. Last pack magic, here we go. Dragalge, Tentacool, Ursaring, Fletchling, and Crustle. That's okay. We got the Feebas, which was new for me somehow. I'm a little shocked that I didn't have a Feebas already. But okay, there we go. So now we are going to go back to the gameplay. And here we go. Okay, we're back in the gameplay. Portable pizza dough. Some recipe includes cornmeal. Interesting. Pepperoni cubes at Walmart. Nice. I do like pepperoni cubes. For some reason, pepperoni cubes taste differently than pepperoni slices. Don't ask me to explain it. I just know it to be factual. Okay. Before we do anything, let's go to options. Turn on the background music. And save. Okay, now let's play Guess the Pokemon plush. This is where you guess the Pokemon plush. I will give you guys a hint to start off with. Someone guessed this Pokemon yesterday. It is not Basculin. It is not Pichu. It's not Slugma. It's not Froakie. It's not Altaria. I don't know what is up with YouTube auto-hiding messages lately. It's not Squirtle. It's so bizarre. Not Aggron. Not Fuecoco. Not Gulpin. Not Munchlax. Not Piplup. Not Lapras. Alright, I think that's all of them. Okay. You guys keep guessing. I'm going to run to the little streamer's room real quick before we make the sandwich. Be right back. Not Lugia. Not Quaxley. Not Giratina. Not Hitmonlee. Yeah, Tyler, that's probably a good guess. Not Seal, not Fuecoco. Not Charmander, not Hisuian, Zorua. Not Drifblim. Not Manectric. Not Mew. Not Cyndaquil. This is a Gen 2 Pokemon. Gen 2. So Jerry should get it right away. Not Totodile. Not Houndoom, not Sudowoodo. Not Chinchou, not Dunsparce. Not Totodile. Not Hoppip, not Umbreon, not Chikorita, not Apom. Not Houndour, not Murkrow, not Chikorita, not Houndoom, not Meganium, not Suicune, not Sunflora, not Cyndaquil. But Mighty Munchkin is very close. Very close, Mighty Munchkin. This is, in fact, an unknown. But the question is, who knows the unknown? Unknown B for Brett. Nope. Unknown A. Nope. H. Humpty Grumpy getting it. It is, in fact, unknown H. That is the Pokemon. Unknown H. H for Hefty. Good job, Humpty. Johto, Jerry, you did not win. But I guess I can't be too mad at you. Because you were close. Unknown steering wheel, that's right. Mighty Munchkin, you also get credit. So both Mighty Munchkin and Humpty Grumpy both get 15 cool points. The other dude saying it, yeah, Razzie said it yesterday, and I was like, you know what? That would be pretty good. AJ Lee is back in WWE. I don't know who that is, but I'm assuming we're happy about that. Now it's time for Guess the Superhero. It is time for Guess the Superhero. You're right. H is the closest thing to a Pokeball. I've never noticed that before, but you're 100% correct. All right, so here's where you guess the Marvel superhero. Jerry's going to say Colossus. Superman. Nope, not Superman. Where's Henry? Where's Henry? That's a good one, Ultimate Space Ghost. I like that. Quite a shout out. You got to go. All right, Dragonic, have a great rest of your day. Not Spider-Man, not Thor, not Colossus, not Hawkeye, not Hulk, not Wolverine. Ooh, nice Airy. Not Flash, not Fantastic Four, not Vindicator. Nice shout out. Not a Booster Gold. Not Thing. Not Groot. Not Spider-Man 2099. It's Marvel. Marvel Ultimate Space Ghost. Not Magic, not Captain Marvel. Wait, did someone already say it? It's like one of those, like, I have to question, like, did someone already say it? But nope, no one said it yet. Not Black Widow, not Star-Lord, not the one above all, not Namor, not Taserface. But Airy is correct. It is, in fact, Iron Man. I have a feeling that my non-hint was actually a hint for Airy. But it is, in fact, Iron Man. Specifically, this is Iron Man War Machine. This is a pretty cool epic collection. This is the introduction of War Machine. This is volume 17. All the Iron Man comics from 1992 to 1993. Very cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. Let's see here. Where is he? Where is that War Machine? I think it's right about here. Yep. First appearance of the War Machine armor on the last page of this issue, followed by this issue. Look how cool that cover is. Look at that. They even graffitied War Machine on top of the Iron Man logo. They actually did a really good job adapting the War Machine armor in the movies, in my opinion. I like it. And here's a nice Iron Man poster by the best Iron Man artist ever, Bob Layton, of Iron Man with a whole bunch of different armors behind him. I like that. It's pretty neat. Here's a cover of a holiday Christmas special comic. The whole bunch of superheroes on it. That's pretty neat. And I'm wasting sandwich right now, I just realized. I really like this cover. I don't know what it is. I think it's the colors. There's like nothing special about this issue, but I always like this cover. It's got Blacklash, Spy Master, and Beetle. But I always thought it looked really cool. Oh, and there's Rhodey. Okay, let's get back to it. We're wasting sandwich. I think they'd follow suit with the metal theme like Commander Cobalt or something. You, Space Ghost, are funny. That was like 3 puns in one. Michael J. White to do Iron Man or him to play as Black Panther. Michael J. White. I have not seen him since Spawn, honestly. Robert Downey Jr. nailed the comic accurate look. Yes, Robert Downey Jr. was a fantastic Tony. Yeah, I know you meant War Machine. I know you meant Rhodey. You wish you were into comic books so you can appreciate it for what it is from afar. Well, that's awesome. That's kind of like how I feel, Kelsey, about there's another one. About the Pokemon cards. I don't feel the need to like buy them or collect them, but I do enjoy looking at them. There we go. Such a baby back then, right? Yeah, just like Patrick Stewart was born to play Professor X. Agreed. I was talking about that. It might have been like last weekend. I remember reading comics back in the early 90s, and like people would write in on the letters page and talk about like their dream casts. And everyone always said Patrick Stewart for Professor X. Like there's never another option. And so it was so cool when the X-Men movie came out in 2000 that they actually got Patrick Stewart. You don't collect anymore because it's too expensive, but they're always nice to look at? Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I know that if I started collecting Pokemon cards, I'd probably lose my house. And I like my house. You also like the other fella. Yeah, that other fella's pretty sweet. Rabbit likes Hefty's house. I did not see the rabbit yesterday. I hope she's alright. Yeah, I don't know, Mia. You know what I just thought of, though? After all these years, you know what I never considered until right now? Is, oh, James McAvoy is who you're talking about, Ari. Is, why was Magneto played by a British man? I think Sir Ian McKellen did a fantastic job. But why was Magneto played by a British man? Keith, what's going on? Good to see you. The only reason Pokemon cards are expensive is because the scum of the universe scalpers. Oh yeah, totally. Absolutely. Well, there's two reasons, right? There's two reasons. One is the scalper prices, and I 100% totally agree with that. But the other thing is, and I did an old man rant about this a couple of months ago. When I was a kid, I collected all the Marvel series trading cards for like 6-7 years. Like all the Spider-Man sets, all the X-Men sets, all the Marvel Universe sets. And here's how those sets went. There was anywhere between like 150 to 200 base cards. And then there were like at most 30 chase cards. Nowadays, like with the Pokemon sets, it's like There's more chase cards than base cards. I think that's crazy. Patrick Stewart's British. Yes, but I'm saying why was Magneto played by a British person? Makes no sense. Who's the guy that did the Mr. Bean movies? Rowan Atkinson? Laughing your butt off because they're all sitting on these last 3 sets. Everyone is buying them from online stores and leaving them with bag full in hand. Yeah, hopefully the scalping decreases. I feel like it goes in waves. Professor X and Magneto were once allies. Yes, that is true. They have been friends for a long time. That doesn't mean that Magneto should be British. Why would a British man be in a Jewish Nazi concentration camp? I mean, I suppose it's possible that over the years, post-World War II, he moved to the UK and developed a British accent? But that seems a little bizarre. It's not like he was a newborn. I just think it's a little odd. Johnny English. Okay, yep. That feels like forever ago. It was quite a while ago. From Bridgen has a Texan twang now. Yeah, it just seems odd. Just seems odd. But Keith, how you been? In his old lifetime, if that were the case, he'd have all the different accents. Yeah. I just think it's odd. The camp thing you're talking about is from the newer movies, you presume? The concentration camp? No, that's like established Magneto lore since the 70s. And it was also the first scene of the first X-Men movie. No, not First Class, like X-Men. James Bond scene that actually scared you. Your dad was watching on TV and while being a kid and things feel real. Which James Bond movie was that? Got Reggie Shiny Reggie Steel the other night in BDSP after 5,442 checks. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. Like old James Bond. Well, he was the first. Yeah, Sean Connery was the first James Bond. I think it went Connery, Moore, Lazenby. And then there's someone in between Lazenby and Dalton, I think. But maybe not. What did you do? Razzie, I've done I don't know. Razzie, I don't know what you're referring to or if you're just being silly. But I've been sitting here for the last couple hours trying to figure out what it was that I did do. Oh, Connery, Lazenby, Moore. Okay. And then was there someone in between Moore and Dalton or no? He gets knocked out, placed in a casket, and they try to cremate him. That would be scary as a kid. That's fair. one of my earliest movie memories is Romancing the Stone in the theater and the scene with the alligator pit, and that terrified me. Oh, that Razzie. Yeah. Don't it. This Razzie. This whole stream has just been a crap show. There's an issue with the software I use for my phone camera. Corrupted memory or something. So it was either this camera or no camera. And maybe I should have gone with no camera. I gotta go. All right, Mighty Munchkin. Take care. Thanks for being here. Sebastian Shaw. Yeah, I could see that. You like my appearance, though. It's kind of you to say Mewtwo. But I think what you're saying is you'd prefer me blurry than clear, which kind of hurts. The real reason they chose Ian McKellen is because he was very big at the time, and it's Hollywood. I'm not... I can question something without disliking it. I thought Ian McKellen was a fantastic Magneto. I think Ian McKellen is a great actor. I just think it's kind of bizarre, and I started this by saying I never thought about this in the past 20 plus years, but it is kind of weird they got a Jewish man to play a Holocaust survivor. Or, I mean, they got a British man to play a Holocaust survivor. That's all I was saying. There's nothing to defend. It was just an observation that I made. There's some charm to a blurry camera. Okay. So pretty in X-Men 97. He definitely got swole between regular X-Men and X-Men 97. Gonna watch any football today? Probably not. I'm probably just gonna... I don't know. Go back to sleep after this. Or mad or nothing. You're just saying, yeah, I know you're just saying, but like but the defense of everything, like there was nothing to defend. I wasn't arguing against it. I just made an observation. I thought it was odd, and then there was a whole bunch of followers trying to defend it. There was no offense. He was swole, but he liked his hair and outfit. Yeah, it was I think it did well in like visually showing that he was a different person by not having the helmet on, like barely at all. Okay, shinies. I don't know what that is, but I hope it was enjoyable. Razzie, yeah, Carly sent me, well, Razzie, if you remember last year, I did get one of these, and I sent it to you. I've been talking with Carly for, I think it was last week I talked to Carly, and she sent me a video clip. And yeah, it was noticeable in the clip that she sent, but from my experience, like, the lighting in this is still horrible. Dr. Fiend, thank you for the 2 months of membership. This man's a great streamer. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you very much. Awesome comic of Magneto that was an oil paint style and it was punching these bad guys for being bad and it was sick. Interesting. I wonder what that was. Yeah. Magneto was a Holocaust survivor. He's Jewish and Romanian, actually. Uh, it's actually a very important backstory as to why he hates mankind so much. Is because he's seen the evil they've done, and he views the mutant race as being persecuted just as the Jewish race was persecuted in World War II. He's in his mind, he's trying to avoid another Holocaust. What you like about Wimpos S1 1365, but also you don't have to press anything after reset. Okay, so shinies. Let's get back to the question you asked like 2 hours ago. When you were asking about a hunt, can I give you a hunt in Sword and Shield? Hey Galaxy, welcome in. Yeah, I'm a huge comic book fan, so we were just talking about Magneto. But welcome in. What did you get today? You got both your room pod full odds. You're so lucky, Keith. Your luck makes me sick sometimes. Goal is Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon because you have 5 devices. Okay, no, there's no other hunt in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon like that. I could give you a Sword and Shield hunt. Magneton, congratulations. Magneton's a really cool Pokemon. Yeah, it is a gorgeous shiny. I prefer Magneton over Magnezone as a design. Yeah, Sharpedo is what we were going to say. You got the Wimpod full odds back in 2023? Nice. Sharpedo is pink. This is true. These are true facts that we're telling. Another question. Okay, what's your other question? Ugh. God dang it. Alright, there we go. Ari, I haven't read this comic, but I have an idea of what it might be. Let me do some research on that. And I'll let you know. I have an idea of what it might be. Finally decided to evolve your Shendo Carvana. Now it's a Shendo Mega Sharpedo. That's awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, shinies. That's how every comic ends. Actually, that's like their thing. That's their sign off. Yeah, the Poliwhirl is shiny. I believe so. Hold on, because this isn't Violet. No, this one is not shiny. This one isn't shiny. The shiny is quite a bit lighter. It's like a very pale blue. Be sneezing so hard. You're a good sneezer. I don't know how to respond to that. But congratulations on the sneezes. Yeah, my Poliwhirl and Violet that I have on the team is shiny, but this one is not. Cubchoo. Cubchoo is a good sneezer. Sneezes sounds like Sneezer. That's true. What's going on, Twy? Good to see you. Does the sneeze have recoil? That is hilarious, Mewtwo. Mewtwo, you are being pretty hilarious this weekend, I have to say. I don't know what you did this weekend, but keep it up. Very true. It's nice after not sneezing for a month because you thought you had a hernia. Is that like a symptom of hernias? Is that you can't sneeze? Eel on screen. That's true. You've been practicing? Well, keep it up. I like the cut of your jib. Oh, you don't want to put any more pressure on your guts. Oh, I thought you were saying you couldn't sneeze because you had a hernia. Or, no. You thought you had a hernia because you couldn't sneeze. That's what I thought you were saying. Went into electrical and Among Us. Oh my goodness. An Among Us joke. You love Pokepuns? Pokepun? Me too. You got your 1000th Slowpoke in Pogo. Nice. Also, Slowpoke. The only thing I have on your wish list is Full Art Slowpoke. I didn't know if that offer for the unknown card still was still an option. Wow. Third sandwich almost done. You know, that's what I meant, Slowpoke. Yeah, like I can't trade you the Slowpoke for the unknown, so I'm saying like since I don't have anything else on your wish list, I didn't know if you were still okay with that. How come there's a mega symbol on the bottom? You know what, Twilight? You're brilliant. Twilight, you have a way of saying things so that I understand them. All morning, people have been asking me if Basculin is getting a Mega, and I've been saying, no, I just need this for my Shiny Living Dex. It's something that I just need for my Shiny Living Dex. And you asking that question makes me now realize why people have been asking that. No, I just don't have a different overlay. This is like, I have two overlays. I have this one and the other one, and I didn't even think to change it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the blessings. But I've been sitting here all morning, like, why do people think that I think that Basculin's getting a Mega? And now it makes perfect sense. I just need Twilight to come in here and explain it. Sito, thank you for the lurks. Oh boy. What am I doing? The fact that you didn't even think anything of Basculin next to the Mega symbol. Thought that Basculin ate the Mega symbol and pulling out that face as a side effect. That, you know what, Galaxy? I think that probably makes the most sense out of anything that's happened today, is what you just said. That's definitely what it was. All right, we got 1 minute left. Let's do one more picnic reset. Nope. Nope, because we got a couple more Basculins. All right, I want to get at least one more picnic reset in, though. Dang it. Stupid Whooper. You look at the top and middle screen, but not the bottom, so you didn't even realize Basculin and the Mega Symbol were there. Yeah, I don't know if this is the best overlay I could have. I mean, the overlay is good, but I mean, as far as, like, the placement of, like, the Pokemon, things like that. Level 72 Whooper, almost as powerful as you, Twilight. Alright, come on. Picnic. Stupid Whooper or Stupor? Stupor. Stupa. You and Twilight can be friends. You're lucky. Twilight's a good guy. Oh. Twilight is like the friend pool. Dang, that's wild. I wish Aries said such nice things about me. Whooper Twoopa. I like that. Whoopa Troopa. You're friends with Twi? I hope everyone's friends with Twi. I thought that one had a chance. I thought it had a chance. I love the fact that Pokemon game ditched the traditional invisible encounters and went with visible. It can be helpful when shiny hunting. I do hate the lighting though. All right, that's gonna be it for the stream today. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out with me. But that's going to be it. We'll continue this this hunt. And Dr. Fiend Show, thank you for the 2 months of membership. But take care, guys. Be good. Do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do and for another reason. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.